Welcome to Let's Take a Journey podcast.
Where life is an endless expedition.
And happiness is the journey. I'm Nate.
And I'm Cass.
And on this podcast, we'll be talking about life and embracing the detours.
Now, let's take a journey. That was a lot.
I'm tired.
Tired. I don't. That was a lot. Going back and forth from there. But we're here. So.
You're making it seem like you just walked a mile, y'all.
Yeah. She sat a mile.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing work. I'm holding the baby.
Doing work by holding the baby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to Let's Take a Journey podcast.
What's up?
Excuse if you heard that.
Hey, I'm pretty sure they did not.
I feel like they did.
Not even.
Want to bet money?
Probably not. But I'm pretty sure I'll still win even if I didn't.
We're going to bet that money. And I'm going to put it in the comments too, like y'all heard it.
Nope.
But as y'all can see, baby girl is here. If some of y'all see on my TikTok, and I don't want to say Instagram because I ain't really on there, but on my TikTok, then you know that I was pregnant with baby girl. She's here. She's thriving and clean, but it's okay. And Velcro for real. Everything is going good. Postpartum's going good. Breastfeeding is going great. She's happy. She's fed. We thriving over here. Yeah, we just gonna chill and talk to y'all. We on YouTube, y'all. Cheer us on, cause I wanna keep it going.
Trying something different, you know.
Seriously, and let us know. Give us any tips. Give us any, if you have any questions about our life, just anything in general. You already know. Hit those comments for real, for real.
For real.
Like, as well as subscribe. Join the family.
Smithfamilyyhq.
So, hubby, what are we talking about today?
I think we should shed some insight for our point of view on what we deem as family. As not necessarily like what we deem as family, but in the sense of as parents for our children, who do we want involved and what does involvement entail, if that makes sense?
So are we basing this off of what we've been through ourselves and what we want for our children?
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say it will just be in a general sense of like, hey, just because somebody, like say for example, my brother, just because they're my blood brother means that regardless of what, yes, uncle, you have to respect uncle as uncle, even though uncle is not around type thing.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, hey, here's my best friend that you see every single day. He's always coming over, is always talking to you. So like, hey, you look at him as your godfather and or your uncle. That makes sense because they're always present. So like in a turn, that friend will be considered family because they're present, instead of the person that's blood related is family just because of that blood relation, not because they're actually active of being an uncle, being a godparent, etc.
Okay, so we're talking about the family being active in their life and they're basically their not title, but owning up to what who we see them as, like basically our expectations.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Okay. So, how do you want to start it?
How do I want to start it?
Yeah. Like, what is your expectations for our son and our daughter? Like, what do you want for them when it comes to just anybody in general, whether it's grandparents, whether it's their uncles or godparents, whatever the case may be? What do you want for them, and would you seek from those people, like, and want them to actually, I guess you could say promise, because I'm big on promises. Like, you break your promises, like, okay, bye, no offense, but like, because I want a lot for our kids, especially things that I wanted for myself, but now that I'm older, I'm kind of like, now I want it for my kids because they're innocent in all of this life. At the end of the day, when they get older, they're gonna experience this world that we live in, and I want them right now to experience nothing but happiness, just all the types of sunshine and just love from people who actually genuinely want to be in their lives. So, what do you want with your people that you have in your life right now?
I mean, isn't I wouldn't say it's necessarily a want because naturally, if I speak on a personal sense, I'm not a person of social integrity. Like I don't like socializing. I'm very introverted. So like me personally, I don't require anything, but in the exact same hand, presence means everything. If you're not present, it's I can't say I want anything from you and or I am envious towards you for not doing anything per se. So it's like if you if you like this matter of fact saying that says say if uh our kid's grandmother does not want to be involved, right? Okay, that's fine. I have no expectations from you. But if there is a grandmother like figure that's being involved and constantly here, constantly like being that grandmother, I'm not I can take that from our kids from calling them grandma because at the exact same time that's the role that they're literally filling for our kids. So at the exact same time, it's like if you want to be here, you can. But if you don't, like you said, bye. I mean, at that point, it's like I'm giving you roles instead of people are earning those roles, and that's where the big thing for me growing up is like a lot of people had roles that did not show those roles, and it's just like, okay, you're literally a stranger to me because yes, you're supposed to be my auntie, but I never see you, or you're my uncle, but I don't see you, like, oh, you're my cousin, but you don't exist. Like at that point, why am I trying to force people to be here that does not want to be here themselves? If that makes sense.
It does. So, what if those people feel some type of way about the roles that you gave to those people that are technically not family?
I mean,
And then they're around doing those roles and they're technically not meant for those roles or they're not supposed to be in those roles like
honestly,
as in grandparents or
that's just
you
like,
give somebody a I don't know a sister role for your say we adopt or
mhm.
something like that or we bring in another child but we didn't adopt them we just take somebody in and they're like oh this is their sister. No, that's not their sister or that's not their brother or that's not their cousin or grandmother but we gave them that role because they've been present in their
Well,
life.
that's just like it's
But
like a relationship not working out, and like say the male no longer wanted to be with the woman, and he takes a child, and
mm,
then starts dating somebody else, and that somebody else shows more of a mother figure to the child, and then the child prefers to call her mom over her actual mom. I
mm,
mean, is morally for that person is hurtful, but in the exact same time, it's like you can't be mad at somebody for doing the job that you're supposed to do. That's like, okay, well, that's my roles. It's a lot of people get the roles for certain positions as a part of the whole entire village for the children.
mm,
They get a role, and then since they have that role, it's like, okay, well, now I no longer need to fight for it. Now I no longer need to be there. Now I no longer need to do anything because I already earned the role.
mm,
Instead of somebody literally being there doing all the necessary things, just like find the right relationship. How can I trust you to be with me if you don't want to act like a wife? You
mm,
don't want to show me that you have potential to be a wife. So that just kind of defeats the purpose. Like me just giving you the title wife because of the way you look, oh, I like you, or the sex is great, whatever the crazy situation is.
mm,
It's like it takes away the whole thing of finding my wife instead of finding that partner.
mm.
So anybody I will say feel some type of way about it, I don't personally, it's okay, it's understandable, it's human nature, but at the exact same time, trying to take it the next step, like, oh no, I'm grandma, you're not the grandma. No, she's the grandma. You're just somebody you're crazy ladies coming here yelling about being grandma, and these kids looking at like, who's that lady? You can't be grandma if the kids don't know you.
Don't know you. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I completely 100% agree. Because we're basically speaking on this because we're experiencing it firsthand. And with godparents and all that, like we're learning like what we want for our kids because it's certain things that we wanted for ourselves versus also what we got for ourselves. Like I know with my husband, he is so close to his grandmother, great grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like we want that same thing for our kids. Like seeing my son, our son, with his grandma, he's obsessed with
Obsessed
her.
with her.
Literally obsessed, like no exaggeration, like obsessed.
But not hesitate, no hesitation. When as soon as she comes to the door, everything goes out the
Screaming.
window.
Like he'll be playing with me and then he hears the door, instantly runs to her. Like no hesitation at all. And then is in her face from that time all the way up until bedtime. Yep. And she's like becoming the same way. Like, you know, she'll hear her voice and everything else. So it's like I love that. Like I love seeing that. And I even like the same way with my kids with their dad. Like I love seeing like their connection, the way they look at him, the way they play with him and stuff like that. It's just like that makes me like so happy because just like I'm glad these people are loving our kids. I'm glad they're in their life. I'm glad they're asking for these people. Like even people that just came around for the first time, I can tell my son cares about them because he will learn their name like right off the bat. He don't know people's name for real unless
Yeah,
he
you know.
actually likes you. So he'll learn their name and then act for them nonstop. And then
Mm-hmm.
from there in my brain, now that he knows you, now he's asking for you, you can't go nowhere. Like that's
You are proud. You are now a part
you're
of
a
the village.
part. Like, and then the same thing goes with like with my mom. Like, if she starts dating and stuff like that, which she is, now that my kids know this person, especially you know our son, and he asks for him, now you got to make that promise. You can't go nowhere because he knows you. You are now becoming somebody he wants to hang out with, somebody he wants to play with, especially the role of, you know, male figure. You know, boys usually want to hang out with another male versus being in the house with two women, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He he go to his dad for that boy connection, video games, all that stuff, playing sports, playing, doing all that stuff. He'll go to him or just rough playing. I don't pick him up and throw him on the couch. Like so, it's like he'll go. He needs those people, so he doesn't really have a grandfather figure in like present that is here and playing with him and stuff like that. So when that person comes around, whoever my mom is dating, it's instant connection. And at that point, I'm just like, okay, now that you're here, please don't go anywhere because when he asks for you, I gotta have an explanation for you. I'm not doing that.
And that's the
I'm
thing.
not explaining myself for somebody that has nothing to do with me. That's you. So
We don't
that
want
means you
nobody
gotta
here that's not going to be here.
exactly.
And that's the biggest thing that's scary about parenting in that
And
case.
bringing
Like,
people in their lives.
we don't. That's one thing we said to ourselves before we even had kids. Like, our biggest thing is not forcing people around because, hey, since we're having kids, since, like I said earlier, just because you're blood related to be mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, whatever the case is, like, hey, come introduce yourself to my kids. Come be involved. Like, literally just constantly like throwing it at people. Hey, if you want to be here, you be here. Like, it is what it is. But in the exact same hand, those exact same people that were like, based on those roles, were forcing them and or promoting them to come around when they don't really want to be around. So when they disappear or something happens, now we got to explain to the kids, hey, this person was here and they were this role, but they disappeared. Like, I don't want my kids to feel like they're abandoned. She does not want to feel like her kids are being abandoned. And you coming in, anybody coming into our children's life and filling a role and they get used to you and you just disappear, I feel like is way more disrespectful than us just the communication between us being severed. Like, I'd rather it just, hey, live your life, do your thing. If you're talking to me, you're texting me, like we're hanging out or whatever, we're playing the game together, whatever the case is, cool. Don't try to intervene when it comes to family if you're not willing to be there consistently. You know, if if I call you randomly because, or my son happened to be using my phone to call you, pick up. Don't make it awkward and be like, oh, well, hi, well, give your phone to your dad. Like, no, like if he's calling to talk to you, talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Have a whole conversation.
it's small things like that. You like, I understand this day and age, we have so many different ways to communicate. So many different ways to communicate, from social media, video chat. Video chatting is a huge thing because a lot of people are live in different states, live everywhere. People don't like have the means to actually travel to do things like that. But at the exact same time, video chat, video chat, talk to the kids, let them get to hear your voice, let them get to know you, like make it a consistent thing. Because if not, it's hurtful for somebody to come around and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm your grandma," but they don't see you as grandma. They don't know your name. They be like, "What's your name?" Your grandma. No, I don't know you. I'm not going to just call you grandma. Like, be that role without being given that role.
Yeah. And definitely I don't want y'all to make it like take it as we're like telling people they have to be in their lives, or like
Yeah,
you
not at all.
have to do certain things. Like I want if you start off doing something, like you start off calling our kids all the time and they're constantly hearing your voice to the point where now my kids are asking for you, don't don't stop that. Don't break it to the point where now they're asking for you and you're not calling anymore, or you just disappear, or you just yeah, life happens. Life is lifing right now. Like I get it. We're not saying like, hey, call every day, call and send gifts, send money. That we're not asking for that like at all. Like if you call monthly, every other week, bi-weekly, or just FaceTime for 5 seconds just to say hey or whatever the case may be. Once you start it, I want that to continue because at that point they know your face, they'll know your voice. Like they know my grandmother, my mom's mom. He asks for her, and even when he don't ask for her, my mom comes in talking to her on the phone. He knows her voice, literally. Instantly, she'll go hi KJ, and then he'll be like hi girl. Like he literally
Not she call
know.
her great great
Yeah,
grandma.
it calls her great great grandma, even though she's great grandma. But it's like he knows her voice, and that is like amazing because even with her, she's learning everybody's voice now. So it's like even if they don't see you and you're not in the same state or whatever the case may be, if you're calling, they'll know your voice. And that right there is like it should warm your heart as well because it's like they know you. Like you're not just oh, you're grandma because I'm supposed to call you grandma. I'm supposed to call you grandpa. No, you're grandpa because I know you are, because you call often. I know your name. Like I know who you are. I know your face and all that stuff. So it's like that's what I want. And it probably a lot to ask for certain people because it's like, like I said, life is lifing. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't call often. I
I
don't
don't
call
either.
people
I'm
often.
terrible at it. I am terrible at it. I'm so sorry. I, but that's just me in general. I don't like sitting there having a whole conversation. Like I'm more likely to get entangled into like a social interaction, and I'm like
You
trying.
do it with your brother. You barely hold the phone.
Yeah,
Like the phone will just be sitting there. You just be doing something else,
yeah.
and it'll be
I'm
like
telling you,
quiet for a little while.
I'm terrible at like conversations. But then that's one thing about my best friend. Like he knows that about me. He knows that when I try to communicate and stuff with people, especially if it's like, say for example, FaceTime, you're more likely to be looking up at the roof because I no
He'll
longer
be
want
doing
to hold
something.
my phone. Like I need to keep myself active in order to have a conversation. Like if you want me to look directly at you, I don't know. Like I
You
feel like I'm
gotta
borderline
you gotta
autistic in
get
that. I
no.
don't
That's
know.
like ADHD, girl.
It,
Cause you
so
got
it
to
is.
do something
It
else.
is
Yeah,
just
you
a
got to do
ADHD.
something else. So you have to,
Makes sense.
in order to get him to look at you, like for real, if you're on the phone for like an hour or whatever the case would be, you have to have a conversation that actually attracts him to want to be like, oh yeah, and be deep within talking. Like, and 9 times 10, that's stuff that he's really passionate about or really likes to do,
Yeah.
like gaming and stuff like that. Other than that, if you're just sitting on there like, yeah, how are you? He'll talk to you, but he's probably not gonna be looking at the camera. He'll probably be doing something else, like keeping his other part of his brain occupied or whatever the case may be. But I think that's with anybody because I think when we first got together, we did that. Like, I used to be on the phone with you for like hours, but
I either have my phone propped up and she would literally be able to talk to me and see me, but then like I would probably be like streaming, gaming and stuff like that, and just focusing on the game. Like, and then in between every single match, I'm like dipping in and out of the conversation and stuff like that. But I do
and
appreciate
I'll
her
just
keeping
be
me
sitting
quiet.
there.
Like for real, like I truly appreciate that because at the end of the day, I dealt with a lot of people that looked at me just like, okay, well, either I just don't care or just chucked it up as like, I have a problem with them because I don't want to look at them. I don't want to sit there and just talk to them nonstop. It's like it's nothing against anybody. Like I genuinely cannot hold a conversation. Like us doing this podcast is a different situation. We're in our home and our safe space is just technically just me, her, and my baby girl right here. Just it's just us. But in the exact same hand, like say if anybody were to see me in public and try to talk to me, like I even had social interaction with a couple people that knew me. Um, yeah, like I would say hi, I shake your hand, fist bump, whatever. But sitting there trying to talk, yeah, no, I will legitimately slide away, like just gone.
Or you just won't get your like eye contact met. Because there be people that be coming here like trying to sell us stuff at a house and stuff like that, and he'll talk to them, but he'll be like,
Yeah, I can't look at
or he'll be looking at his phone or something like that, and they'd be like, what's wrong with him? I'm like, why is he not? Is he okay? And I'm like,
some people really think it's
they
so wrong,
be
like
they
something
really be like, you
wrong.
good? And I'm like, he's fine. He's just not a social person.
Not at all.
Like, I mean, it's just like I said, he hasn't been like diagnosed with like autism or whatever case it be. But if you meet him in person and know him, you would assume he has like high functioning, because if you know autism and like autistic people, they don't do looking at you for a long period of time. Like, so it kind of, you know, it is what it is. But he'll talk to you, but yeah, that's literally.
I've been told to take the test so many times, and I was like, yeah,
You
no,
should.
I know I have ADHD.
But I don't. It
And
won't
it's no,
even change anything. Really. It will
it
be like,
wouldn't.
oh, next to that.
I'm dead.
Like I already assumed. Like, but I
I,
mean,
I, I, I
yeah.
kind of thought,
But at the same time, it's like it'll be good to know, I guess, because it'll be, if our kids end up, being the same way, it'll be like something we're aware of.
oh, is my mic on?
It died.
I don't know. I hope not. Wait. Oh, it was off.
Oh no. Maybe my mic picked up your voice.
Maybe. Oh,
I don't know if it's recording anymore. Hello, hello.
no,
Mine is.
yeah, yours is, but mine's not. Hold on. All right, wait. All right, there we go. Wait. Hello? Yeah, there it is.
Hopefully, y'all still heard him because we're talking pretty loud. So hopefully you heard him like through my mic.
Yeah.
Because who knows when that cut off?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Like, did you flip your switch or something?
I ain't touch it.
Because I guess it switched channels because I had swapped it. Whatever. Anywho, yeah, I don't know about the whole testing thing though. But yeah, it probably would be good to know because at the exact same point, if there is happen to be a medication or anything that I need to be doing, like a therapy or stuff like that, that could help my daily life, that would be helpful. But
Would you?
um,
I don't know if they do that. I think they do this thing.
did the VA do it? I don't know. Yo, if anybody here is literally a veteran like myself and have like been very informed on the VA,
Let alone can contact them quickly.
I'm
They
dead.
they take forever.
Take forever. Comment down below if you know if they do testing for autism and stuff like that.
And just testing in general.
Well,
just
like
anything.
not to like get tested to get, I guess, disability, like
Just to know.
just testing, just to
be
know.
aware. Be aware of just disabilities that he may have that can be passed down.
I
to the
mean,
kids.
to be honest, I think
I would test the kids if need be, because at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with disability. It's just good to be aware because then
you know what to do.
Yeah.
Like you can't really be prepared for it.
Further.
Yeah, you can't be prepared for it. But then, like at the end of the day, there is treatments and there is things that can be done with certain situations. But then, like just having a hunch that you might have a disability and stuff like that, and just going off like, well, not going off the hunch, it's just like straight up ignoring it. Mm-hmm. It could make your life harder because, like, I can truly say, like, I never had treatment for my dyslexia, and let alone had treatment for my ADHD. Like, I didn't get my first set of I didn't get my first prescription of Adderall until I got out of the Navy, and that's when I got tested because it was like, well, you've been showing signs throughout your service, so it's like.
And explain what Adderall is for those who probably don't know.
Adderall.
Feel like he was on a bunch of drugs. Like,
I'm dead. Well,
Say
Adderall, for those that don't know what Adderall is like think of it as a focus pill. Like it, depending on, because there's different forms of Adderall. I'm not a medical physician. I can't tell you every single one, but the one that I had was if it helped me focus on one task. Because like with my ADHD, I have the tendency of literally walking nonstop, moving nonstop, and or my brain never rests. Like I have an endless set of thoughts where it just goes from both realistic to nonfiction to cartoon to realism. Like my brain is always
That's
on
pretty
10.
fast because
On 10.
he'll wake up in the middle of the night and go in the studio and do something on the computer that he dreamed about.
I'm telling you, it's like a.
Be like, I'm like, what am I?
But when my brain literally has it in my brain, like I have to do it, and that's the thing. So like the Adderall I was taking, literally had me like sit down. I could focus. Like okay, now I could sit down and focus fully on this movie. I could sit down and focus on this game. I could sit down and focus on my homework and stuff. But like that was during college, of course, being the homework part. But if I were to get diagnosed with it as a kid and had that, I'm pretty sure I probably would have had straight A's. Like it's not like I did semi-struggle, but when it came to math, science, A's always. Like I would consider kind of frequency weird the way I was like doing math in my head. My teacher just like, you didn't do it like I taught you. My brain said this way, I got the right answer. Why does it matter? No. Definitely, it is not a bad idea to get tested for something because you don't know what you might have, and you don't know if you need to get treatment in order to help you live a better life. Like you can live without medication with ADHD, but you have to be able to understand the things that is caused due to your ADHD. Like with my age, I'm understanding of my ADHD way more. So like I know when I'm literally walking in circles, okay, I'm tunnel visioning. I need to break the cycle so I can find something around that can take my attention away. Her mic. Oh no, her mic just died, and I think my mic died too.
I'm dead. I think yours just died.
Yep.
Because the line just went away.
Oh no.
Well, that's unfortunate. We might have to use the audio from
the
here.
phone.
It might be a little crazy in this first video.
Yeah.
And first audio on. Bear with us, okay?
In our defense, we had these in the pack to charge, but they haven't been charging because literally the packaging had the part
film.
Had the little tape over the receptors so it can charge inside the case.
I literally tried to avoid this because I knew they were gonna die because we have not used these in so long. I literally tried to avoid this. I put them on the charger specifically for almost an hour, and there was like film here, and I didn't know. So that's my bad.
It's gonna get better. This is
our first video.
First podcast video.
Welcome.
It wouldn't be the first podcast video if we didn't have some sort of issues.
True.
So sorry for the long distance and the audio as it right now, but I know you can still hear us. It's okay.
100%. I know, like when he edits this, you'll probably hear like us real loud and then get real low and then real loud.
I mean,
but it's okay.
With the editing, I can handle that. That's not a problem. Like I can literally turn up the audio here so y'all can hear us loudly. But then like for the rest of the video, when we have these, you're gonna be hearing these firsthand. You know what I'm saying?
But next video. These gonna be
charged.
Better. But thank you guys for watching. We love you guys so much. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And we'll see you next video. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Take a Journey podcast.
And if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that like button. And subscribing always helps.
Check out the next episode. Bye.
I'm a big